Hey, what's going on YouTube? iDevice Help here, and what I have for you guys today is the epic battle between the Apple's 3rd generation iPad and Samsung Galaxy Note 10.1 tablet. Now, both of these tablets are the both leading competitors out in the tablet market, on the high-end tablet market, that is. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at browser speed, booting speeds, network speeds, and all those good stuff. So let's go ahead and start by powering on both of these devices, see which one powers up first. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3. There they go. So it looks like Samsung had the lead there quick. So it looks like Samsung's going a little bit faster. Now both of these iPads come in white, and the Samsung comes in white and gray, and the iPad obviously white and black. The Samsung actually booted up faster. We can go ahead and swipe and start playing around with the device. As you can see, it beat the iPad to booting speeds, so that's a plus for the Samsung tablet here. Now, a quick rundown of the Samsung tablet. We already know what the iPad offers. A quick rundown. We know that we have the back-facing camera with one LED flash. It's a 5 megapixel that shoots HD quality video, and we have all the ports in the top. Now, this is the power button. We also have volume, the infrared, which is to control Samsung's television hub, the headphone jack on the top as well, and the 30 dock pin connector, as well as speakers on the front of the device. We also have a 1.9 megapixel camera on the front of the device. The Apple iPad came in way later after booting, so the Samsung actually beat the iPad on booting speeds by a lot, I would say. But the megapixels on Apple's front-facing camera is VGA, which is a terrible quality camera for the front-facing camera. I thought Apple would have updated that on their 3rd generation iPad, but they didn't. It's still a VGA quality, while the Samsung has a 1.9. Now, the screen qualities, Apple's iPad's Retina display does take the cake. Is a 2048 by 1535 resolution, pixel over pixel, and the Samsung Galaxy Tab has a 1280 by 800, which is rather less, but the screens does not look bad at all here on the Samsung tablet. But obviously, the iPad has a better, a better screen. So a little bit of the specs wise before we get into the speed test. The iPad offers 3G and 4G connectivity depending on which model you get. It comes in from 16 all the way to 64 gigabytes, 3G and Wi-Fi only models. The Samsung Tab here in the United States, you can only get a Wi-Fi model for 16 gigabytes or 32 gigabytes. And that's it. No 3G connectivity, no 4G connectivity. You can get the HSPA Plus, but that's outside of the U.S. You could probably order it online, but here in the U.S. we only have Wi-Fi models. So the iPad has a greater selection of offerings in terms of 3G connectivity and that sort of thing. Now, in space, the good thing about the Samsung Tab is that it does have expandable memory. The iPad, whatever that amount of memory you get, that's what you have. You can't expend the memory on the iPad. The Samsung, you can expend the memory because it has a memory expansion port up here, which I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video. So there's that. Alright, now some other inside specs that we can cover is that the iPad offers a dual-core 1 GHz processor, and the Samsung Galaxy Note offers a 1.4 quad-core processor, which is 4 cores in one single chipset, when the iPad offers a dual-core. Now, for those of you that don't understand, that's what depicts the speeds on these devices. As you've seen at the beginning of the video, that the Samsung tablet came in faster on speeds, on booting speeds, and that's one of the things that you might want to keep in mind if you're looking for a faster device on the go. Now, another thing that depicts the Samsung tablet from all other tablets, not just the iPad, is the stylus. It even has a click button here. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's meant to do other gestures, and I've been using this around, and it has a cool feature which you can open up, say, the Notes application, right? And then, let's say you want to go ahead and browse the web a while. You hit this multi-screen mode here, and hit the internet icon. Now, it doesn't work for every single application. It's only the applications that Samsung has pre-selected to do this. You can go ahead and try writing on a note or start a note, and you can go ahead and start browsing the web as well if you wish. and it'll do that. So it is a little bit laggy, I have to say. As you can see here, I'm writing a note, or I'm scribbling here, and when I go back to the browser, it takes a while to pick up. And if I do that again, I go back and try to write, as you can see, it's a little bit laggy, but it does work. I mean, if you're watching a video and writing on this side, then I guess that's okay. Now, it also, the stylus, once you're using the stylus, it doesn't pick any other input. It just picks your, the stylus, not your arm. You don't get any inputs from your arm. So that's a really cool feature. And as you can see there, it is multi-screen mode. So that's a feature that the iPad does not offer. So, yeah, that's a plus here on the tablet, on the Samsung tablet as well. Now, also the stylus is kind of cool for the Photoshop Touch, which is an application that you get for free when you buy this tablet. The Photoshop Touch, you can edit and precise your images better because you use the stylus. Now, you could get a stylus for the iPad. They sell them. But they're not as precise, I would say, as this one, because this one is meant to work with the tablet, and it works throughout the entire OS, and it just feels very, very smooth. If you get one for the iPad that they sell separately, not Apple, but other companies, it's not as responsive because it's not meant to be running on the device, but it does work as well. Now, a few other quick tips before we go into some more, tests. The iPad offers a 10-hour battery life, if not more. I've been using it for a while. The battery on the iPad is by far the best battery I've tested on a tablet. The Samsung tablet, I came in with around 7.5 hours of battery life, which is good, but it is lower than the iPad battery power. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the browsers, and I'm going to go ahead and go to my blog. As you can see, I have my blog there, and I have my blog over here. See, both devices are connected to the same Wi-Fi network. Remember, the iPad offers 3G and 4G, and the Samsung only offers Wi-Fi here in the United States. So we're both on the same Wi-Fi network on both devices. So I'm going to go ahead and click here both websites, see which one loads faster. Whoops. Oop. It looks like the iPad did that faster. We're going to go ahead and try that again a different way. Let's go ahead and type here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And so there it is, iDevice, which is my blog. Feel free to visit. Let's go. Let's do that. It looks like Samsung got done faster that time around. So you can see there, by a little bit, but it did get faster. Booting speeds or processing speed on the website rendering, and the scrolling here on the Samsung is, as you can see there, it's faster. It's way faster. If we can try to do the zoom in and zoom out, let's try that. It's really smooth, and of course on the iPad it is really smooth. What else can we test here on the browser speeds more than the scrolling? Seems like the screen, if you look at them, even though they're both 10-inch screens, this is a diagonal shaped screen, and this is more of a square shaped screen. But they both look really, really good. So that is these browser speeds. Alright, so now let's go ahead and take a look how they handle network speeds. Now, again, both devices are connected to the same Wi-Fi network, so it should be about the same, but I just want to see if the network speeds vary by device. Let's go ahead and retest on this one and begin test on that one. So there it is, both same Wi-Fi network. We're getting, wow, we got 16 megabits down on the iPad, and we have 10 megabits down here on the Samsung tablet. We have 4 uploading speeds, and we have 6 uploading speeds here on the Samsung tablet. So let's go ahead and test that again. It says retest on both. So now we're getting 6, 17, close to 18 down on the Samsung tablet, and we're getting 15 down on the iPad. I guess that varies. So their Wi-Fi chips, the Wi-Fi speeds, it depends obviously on what type of Wi-Fi network you're using, but it seems like both Wi-Fi Cards built into the devices work just about the same on both devices. As you can see, uploading speeds there, it beat the iPad by a lot. So I guess it varies on what network you're connected to, but we can't really test more thorough on network speeds because we don't have any 3G or 4G here on the Samsung. But there is a network test. Now, a few more things before we wrap this up. The iPad on the iOS 6, when it comes out, will be offering Siri, the voice assistant, and also turn-by-turn directions. We also have Google Maps here on the tablet, but I would say that will go to the iPad, that it will have turn-by-turns, and it will have Siri, the voice assistant. Now, I did read that the Samsung tablet will get the S Voice, which is their voice assistant, once it gets updated to Android 4.1 Jelly Bean, because right now it comes with Ice Cream Sandwich, which is 4.0.4, but it will be updated, so it will have voice assistance as well, and the turn-by-turn as well. Now, this tablet feels very, very light. I mean, you can easily hold it with one hand. The back is, the material is kind of like a plasticky material. But it doesn't feel as sturdy as the iPad, but it is way lighter. Now, the iPad, as we might already know, we know it has the aluminum back, and it feels very solid, and it doesn't feel like it's going to break easily. But it is a bit heavier on the iPad. It comes in at 1.4 pounds, and the Samsung tablet comes in at less than a pound. So those are another few things that you want to keep in mind on these devices. So there you have it, guys. I guess it always comes down to personal preference of what you'd like to use. Both tablets are great devices. I would recommend the Samsung tablet. I think it's a great device. It has great overall performance. My personal preference would be the iPad, the Apple iPad, but that doesn't mean that the Samsung tablet is not a great tablet. It is a great price, great device. It offers some, if not more, of the features that the iPad does offer. I guess it comes down at the end of what personal preference, what would you like to use on a daily basis by, looking at reviews and things like that. So hopefully this video, you guys enjoyed it and it helped you understand more of what the differences is between these two devices. If you did enjoy this video, please thumbs up. I do appreciate it and it helps me out a lot, guys. Like I always say, make sure you check out my Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Other links are down below. And make sure you stay up to date with the latest information on iOS devices by going to iDeviceHelpUs.blogspot.com. It's been iDevice. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys later. Peace!